Well, Kat, we think we're live. I'm just waiting to make sure that we're live on the actual platform. As there's apparently an issue today with going live. So we will see. I'm just going to check. So whilst I'm checking, Kat, how's your week been? I bet you're a bit tired, aren't you?
I'm a little bit tired, yeah. It's been a full-on week. It's been a really rewarding week, to be honest, for me to kind of get out and amongst the people. I know I usually stay in my little shell up here in Newcastle, but it's been absolutely fantastic. I got to go to onboarding this week and see Costas live and in person and get to see his commitment and passion to what we do. And you were there, Jamie. It was a fantastic day at Inspired Entertainment. Wonderful host, Gemma Durham, put on a lovely spread for us.
I loved it, actually.
Yeah. We tried not to break some of the games that were on site.
It was very good.
You know. We had a really good day in the office together as well, didn't we, Jamie?
I think I'm checking, Kat. Look, I think we're live. If people are watching this live, can you give us a thumbs up and say hello to us? Because Kat and I think we're talking live, but we don't know because there's a problem with the platform apparently. So if we're live and you can see us, because Kat and I think otherwise we're just you and me to have a chat for a bit, Kat. Come and say hello. Come and comment in the box, please. Tell us that we're not just chatting to ourselves. Kat and I love chatting to each other, but we'd love to chat to the audience today. So if you're here, you're live, come and say hello and give us a wave. Tell us where you are, what company you're from. Well, I'm guessing we're live. I can see us on the ones. I can see us on the platform. There you go. So on the one side, we'll just wait for the people to come in. Here we go. Here we go.
Yeah.
They are coming through. They are coming through now, Kat. You can see at the bottom right, you can see the chat's coming through. There we go. There we go. So we are live. There we go. It's slightly different. You see at the bottom, we've got a little new screen on the bottom right-hand side of us. And it's something to keep Kat and I on point. Because normally we just put the comments along the bottom. There you go. Karen's joined us. Karen, we are live. Thanks, Karen. Kat and I we'd have just had a chat, wouldn't we, Kat? We don't care. We need live or not. So I'm going to take the comments off the bottom there, Kat, so we don't distract ourselves. Perfect. Thank you. So if you're joining us live, not only say hello, tell us what company you're from, and more importantly, what have you done for Accounts Payable Appreciation Week? It's the last day. Kat can go and have a sleep. I can go and see the family. I haven't seen them for the whole week. Kat, has it been a phenomenal week or has it not? What's your view on the week so far?
Absolutely incredible. I mean, every year I say the same thing, but this year in particular, like I was saying, whether we were live or not, I'm not sure. But it was actually for me really rewarding to get out this week and really be on the road and see some of our members, be amongst our community, like seeing Costas live and in person and his commitment and inspiration. It's been really, really great. And you know, so many cakes.
Cake galore. That's what it was. I mean, again, look, let's go through the week. Let's go through the week because we started with Gemma and Gemma's team. So we did a full onboarding of Gemma's new organization, which was absolutely amazing. You know, Gemma's been a part of the community for many years. She's been an influencer, now an ambassador. She's got an amazing team in a new organization. We had the pleasure of joining Gemma and the team. So not only did we do a customer onboarding, we did loads of stuff as well around AP week. So that was Monday, Kat. Tuesday, you and Costas joined me in Birmingham, and we got ready for the forum on Wednesday. And I suppose we better talk a little bit about the forum. So you did a webinar actually on Tuesday. How did that go?
I think it went all right. Although I did do the whole webinar and get to the end and realize we had some Americans. And then realize with this accent that I probably should have given them a disclosure at the start, but it seemed to go well. And thank you, Jamie, for your technical support because I kicked you out of that office for the day.
You did. So my little man cave here became Kat's cave, and so Kat, there we go. Look, Karen was talking about she was at the forum yesterday or Wednesday. I've lost track of time, and I don't know if Karen can't be a sweet person, not with the amount of activity Karen does. She's a superwoman. She's horse riding, you know, doing just an absolute superwoman. But my wife, on the other hand, absolutely loves desserts. She's a superwoman also. But yes, you're right, Karen. I think the lemon cake and the chocolate brownies apparently at the forum were amazing. I didn't try them myself, but I've had lots of feedback to say they were amazing. Yeah, Kat, I think, yes, so we've done a 5-day challenge for the whole week. We've had the brand new platform, which we're going to show you in a second. So we've had lots of challenges throughout the week. So you'd be able to log into the new platform, get involved. Yvonne Rimmer, who had a birthday, actually, we'll talk about Yvonne in a second, told me that there was a Where's Wally yesterday, apparently. There was a picture or a video. Did you know about this, Kat? Where's Wally?
No, it's news to me.
I don't know. So Yvonne was telling me where's Wally, and when I commented that my wife calls me Wally all the time, so I'm sitting in the office. We got a few giggles on that one. But yeah, there we go. I'll start. There's lots of comments coming in. So here's Gemma. Sausage or samosa? Yeah, look, there was lots of those. Apparently, according to Tom, I got Tom on a live yesterday. Tom Bailey. He told me that the glazed sausage was very nice on Wednesday. All news to me. I didn't have any of the food. Can you confirm or deny that, Kat?
Yeah, it was very good. Although I did have a bit of a slip on the stage when I was like, hands up the sausage, and I've just done it again. So we did a poll of what was best, and the sausages did win. So take from that what you will.
Well, look, as I'm pressing buttons, I'm trying to show as many people as I can. There we go. From Mawson Group, so I'll do as many as I can. So let's talk. Let's wind the clock forward to Wednesday, or back if you like. So Wednesday we had our AP and P2P Leadership Forum, Kat. Amazing. You know, I would say that obviously, but full house, amazing venue, the IET in Birmingham.
Yeah.
It's an auditorium, so it's like a cinema. Loads of space, loads of rooms, loads of networking, and just such great content. So Kat, tell us about the content. You led the whole thing, you emceed, you run the panels. Tell us about the day on Wednesday.
Yeah, I mean, what a phenomenal day. I mean, I think just the energy in the room was incredible from the jump off, from when we got there. We had some fantastic panels. We had one on AI, we had one on e-invoicing. Then we broke for lunch where everyone ate sausages and lemon drizzle cakes. And then we came back to talk about compliance regulations. And then we kind of finished the day on champions in business, where we talked about leadership and process champions. So what a fantastic day. And thank you so much to all the panelists. I know they dread that email from me of like, hey, do you want to do a panel? I think Joe Selwood said, never say anything around me, because months later I will come around and go, do you remember when you mentioned e-invoicing to me 5 months ago?
But I think, I don't know about you, Kat, but I watched, obviously I was involved in one of the panels. So my job has become so much easier because the wonderful Kat runs everything now. So other than the little bit at the beginning, which I sort of introduced people, I hosted a panel, which I loved. You know, my panel was the Zelix sponsored panel, all about AI, which was, you know, great. But I think people are just so comfortable in that environment. It felt like we were having lounge settee sofa moments where we were just chatting, but actually the audience were really engaging. It was just full of educational content, inspirational content as always, but it just felt really comfortable. I don't know if you agree, Kat, but I think this year, above all, it felt like lots of people were just engaging, and every panel was brand new. No content we've done previously. No panelists were some of the same people, but the content just felt spot on this year.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, we take all of our content from the community itself. So obviously that's what we want to do. We want to deliver, and you know, we wouldn't be anywhere without our community and our panelists kind of jumping up. And yeah, really, really interesting insights. It was quite hard for me because I was moderating 2 panels, and honestly, if I'd had a notepad and pen, I would have been scribbling away like crazy. But absolutely incredible. If anyone filmed it, send it to me so I can continue to write some more notes and come up with the next generation of panels.
Well, look, Kat, we've got Richard. I've just put Richard's watching us live. So Richard from Bottomline was who's our headline sponsor for the week, and you'll see Bottomline in the top right. Richard's known as the pun master or the pun meister, whichever you want to call him. So Richard, as always, it was an absolute pleasure to have you with us. You met loads of people, obviously, but every year we put him on the spot and he has to put lots of puns. Last year he had Take That in the vicinity, so he did lots of Take That puns. This year he he was going about the Sea Life Centre, and he made lots of sea life or sea puns. And Kat, I don't know whether the audience were laughing, but you and I at side stage, we were having a real good giggle throughout Richard's chat. So Richard, thank you so much, mate. You did an amazing job as always. You really did. But from a point of view of the content on the day, was phenomenal. Everybody enjoyed it. Full house as always. Then we went at the back end of the day, Kat. We had this thing called the APA Top 100 Key Influencers. Go on, Kat. Tell us all about
that. So once again, we announced our key influencers for the year, and it was fantastic to see so many of them in the room. I think there was a bit of a debate about the teddy bear. Can we talk about the teddy bear, or is that a sole subject with everyone?
You carry on, Kat. Tell them all about the teddy bear.
So we had a lovely little teddy bear demonstrating our new badge, and I think everyone thought they were all getting a teddy bear. But no, you do have a brand new badge. I'm not going to say that I know where mine is, because I'm not sure I do with traveling from city to city, but I will find it and wear it proudly. But it was fantastic to see everyone and the pride they have when they like come and get their badge and like be on that list. I remember when we put the slide up with everyone's names, and it was sort of like everyone opening a Christmas present, the first Christmas present on the Christmas morning. It was really, really exciting to be in the room. Like, just when you thought the energy couldn't have gotten any higher, it just went up to a different level.
And look, by the way, Kat, as you're doing, I'm pressing buttons, and you can see the comments. So there was, it was just a crazy day. So we had some of our partners like Bottom Line bringing lots of socks along. Helen was doing TikTok type videos, so there was videos going on, which I didn't even know. Oh, here we go. Look, I'm not going to post.
I know what you're laughing at.
You can, I know. God, talk about distracting me. Yeah, look, let's put it on, Kat. Come on, let's show them the grief that you and I put.
Maybe that's the charity challenge.
Is that what it is? Yeah. Okay.
You have to wear a bear suit
as long as it's a bear outfit, not being bear on stage, I don't mind. But yeah, so as you mentioned, Kat, the influencers, the key influencers. Let's just give a bit, so there's a comment and look, not only did we look after our audience, Yvonne has just posted there, it was a birthday, and we really go over the top with this stuff. So it was wonderful not only to celebrate Yvonne's birthday on Wednesday, but we found some candles, we found a bit of cake, and we all sang happy birthday to Yvonne. And she was such a good sport, and hopefully you really enjoyed it. It was phenomenal, the day itself. But let's quickly talk, if it's okay, let's talk about the key influencers. For the last 4 or 5 years, we've always rewarded key influencers in our industry, in our profession. These are the individuals. I had the pleasure of not only putting a small talk together on Wednesday, but it also giving the award out themselves to all the people that could be in that room with us on Wednesday. The key influencers are global. We have influencers around the world. So we have the likes of Mandy Wilson over in the States. We have Mary Schaefer, as we all know who Mary is. She's the guru. She's the OG, as they say. So Mandy, and lots of people around the world who have been influencers or are influencers of ours. But we were delighted to have probably 70 of our influencer community live on Wednesday with us. What do they do for the community? Well, look, it's our 10th anniversary this year, Kat. So, 10 years ago, I think I said this on stage, at some moments, I must have said to Mrs. Radford, Mrs. R, look, don't worry, I'll give up that corporate role, all that security with the 3 children sitting at home eating beans on toast, and I'll go and create this thing called the association, the Accounts Payable Association. And always, as always, my wife is very supportive. And we created it 10 years on. Without the support of that community, our wonderful community, which is the payables community, and those influencers, we would have never been in the place where we are today. So, not only do my children, who can actually eat normal food now, they owe you some sort of gratitude. I do personally. 10 years has been amazing. This year, as we celebrate our 10th anniversary, not only did we push the boat out on Wednesday, we've got some special things planned for conference this year. And maybe at the back end of this live, Kat, we can go into a bit of detail without getting ourselves into trouble. So look, I've got, let me keep posting some stuff. Here's Karen. Karen, there was, on Wednesday as well, there seems to be a network complete closure. There was trains cancelled all over the UK. Karen did an amazing job of getting there because she lives way up north.
Yeah.
Trains were delayed. I don't know, maybe she ran. She put a little rucksack on, she ran here, I don't know, but she got there on time. And as Karen said there, and so eloquently put together, Wednesday was an amazing day. It was really relaxed. There was lots of content. There was lots of educational content, but it was that networking. It was that coming together. And again, we always do this, don't we, Kat? We always ask anybody in the audience who are new to one of our events, what's phenomenal every year, we have lots of new hands, lots of new faces. And it's great for us to meet lots of new people. So we have a couple of VIPs that attend as well, but it is lovely to see so many new people. And for our sponsors, the likes of Bottomline, on the day we had Bottomline, who were our headline, we had Hughes, we had Pagero, and we had fourth sponsor, Kat, Zelix. Yeah, there you go. You'd have thought I'd know that because I was on the panel with them. So we had 4 of our amazing sponsors and our partners. And again, just as a reminder, so we have our sponsors for events for 2 reasons. One, because they're experts in their fields. Obviously, when you're in the payables world, you need to educate, you need to learn, and you need to understand what's going on in the community and what's going on in the profession. So we bring our sponsors in so you can learn, you can educate, but you can also engage with them. There's no hard selling. You come to an event, they don't try and corner you, and it's not sort of sign a contract now. You educate yourself with them. The second reason we definitely have sponsors at our events is so we can pass on any savings we have for any sponsorship back to our community. So that when we do events like we did Wednesday, that's a free to attend event to our members, to some of our influencer community. And the only way we can do that is to get the sponsorship. So we massively appreciate not only what they do in terms of the educational part when they're on panels, but they allow us and our community to attend events throughout the year with limited cost, which we pass back on to our members. So thank you to all 4 of our sponsors for the forum. But as a community, the sort of solution partner community and the partner community, we thank you all. We've got over 30 partners that support us throughout the year. And I know that at conference we'll do a similar thing, Kat. We'll talk about all the support we get from our partners at sort of conference as well. So look, Wednesday, Kat did an amazing job. The APA team did an amazing job. So big shout out to all those, our team as well. Young Paige, it was the first time she'd run an event for us. Paige, we know Paige as a bundle of energy. And this was her very first event that she managed herself. And not a stitch was dropped. She just did amazing start to finish. And then not only did we support the whole day with content, and as I say, educational content, we then hosted and sponsored ourselves a Shared Service Centre Awards, the Midland Shared Service Centre Awards. Again, Paige had set that all up. I was delighted to be there. I'm a committee member of that organisation, not for profit. And we had over 100 Shared Service Centre professionals who came along, enjoyed, it was a community vibe again. There was lots of big shared services there, and we run, I think it was 10 awards. And then just the buzz in the room. We've got customers of ours, the likes of Halfords were there. They won an award, so it was just amazing. And then, because I know our team had disappeared by then, we then went next door and had a couple of pints of beer. So it was well worth it at the end. I could then go and have that well-deserved glass of beer that I really wanted. But it was phenomenal. Wednesday was amazing. Yesterday, Kat, I know you were with a customer yesterday training. How did that go?
It went really, really well. So yes, from Birmingham, I went all the way to St. Albans on some delayed trains, but I got there in the end. And yeah, it was a really engaging day, and the team were really engaged. The AP manager, Sonny, was incredibly engaged. And it was nice at the end. We did a roundup of what everyone learned, and there was a lot of learnings coming back. So it's kind of nice for me, but it was the thing they got excited is they had no idea about AP Appreciation Week. So I was actually showing them things, hence why I did pop up on your live a little bit in the comments, because I was showing them the platform and I was showing them, if they haven't signed up, why they should. So yeah, fantastic day, fantastic energy as per usual. And they were incredible hosts and treated me very, very well when I was there.
Well, look, I mean, again, so the awards, this young man here, David Lewis from Hayes, when you have like somebody that sweeps the awards, in the Oscars and whatever, David has been a really great part of the Midland Shared Service Centre community. He's part of the Rising Stars community also. But not only did he, because of the amount of work he's put into that community and those awards, but David was honoured by us and the community with 2 awards. He won 2 awards. So David, you were amazing, young man. All the work you've done for that community doesn't go unnoticed. You won 2 awards of well deserved. So well done from the MSSF community. And now you're live in terms of the payables community. So if you don't know who David is, go on to LinkedIn, David Lewis at Hayes. Such a lovely guy, and he's a bit of an IT expert as well. So, Kat, so yesterday you were there. Kat, I think Costas was on an onboarding with a new big customer for us ourselves yesterday. There was lots of activity going on. Today, it's the final day of the challenge. I believe we've got some competition stuff going on today. We're looking at who's the most active in the platform. I know that Bryony and the team are doing some stuff in the background, so we'll probably announce some of that stuff, no doubt, later. So what I thought we'd do, Kat, is if this button allows me to do so, I thought we would share the platform, the brand new community platform that people have been using this week and loving on mobiles and whatever it will be. But what I've done is I've downloaded a few of the photos from the community. So if you're on LinkedIn, which you're watching this on LinkedIn, hopefully, you will have seen we've taken over the airwaves, which we always do this time of the year. And you'll just see scrolls and scrolls of posts. I was on a live with Tom yesterday, Tom Bailey, and he just said, Jamie, I'm just surprised that you've just got just trawls and trawls of AP appreciation posts. Amazing. So if you're on LinkedIn, go and look. Go and do hashtag APA Appreciation Week 2025. Put the hashtag in, and you will just see masses and masses of thank you posts, photos, videos. You know, Helen had posted a video, one of these TikTok type things. You can tell what I know, TikTok. But it is wonderful to see so much appreciation being sent. And let's remind ourselves, the reason why we do this is because we want to celebrate the world of payables. We're the unsung heroes of every organization. And this is the week. We know that we work all throughout the year, 52 weeks of the year, but this is the week where we try and shine a light on yourselves so that you get some communication and confidence to say you are doing an amazing job. We know you are, you know you are, and we tell the rest of the world about it. So Paige has said here, look, you can still get involved. I've got to put this on. She's told me here, look, on the bottom of the screen. You can get involved here, look. Comment, you can win some cool prizes. So the platform I'm going to show you now, if you visit the APA website, so let me stop that sharing here. They're making me do so many things here, Kat. Bonkers, isn't it? So if you go here to this website address here, if you haven't already signed up and you're watching this live, go in and sign up to the week. You'll be able to download a pack. Once you download the pack, not only can you get hold of the survey, we did it in combination with Bottom Line. There's loads of graphics, loads of activities, and you can get into the platform only for today, last day. If you're not a member, you can get involved in all the activities. And as Paige said, you can also win full prizes, apparently. No idea what they are. They're probably a load of Bottom Line socks that we've got hanging around.
Win a teddy bear.
That's it. Yeah. We'll tell them about the teddy bears now. Here's a comment from Gemma. Gemma's also a committee member on the Midland Shared Service Centre. It was brilliant. The awards that we did, you know, we don't sponsor an awful lot because we give most of our, all of our time, effort, and money back to our members. But it was nice to give something back in a charitable way to the Midland Shared Service Centre committee. It was amazing. Anna Fox-Neal joined us and she ran the awards. And as Gemma said there, she did a phenomenal job. And I don't know if Anna's going to be watching that. She's probably shattered like you, Kat, because of the amount of work she's put in this time. But it was the first time we'd done a face-to-face awards. It went really, really well. And we were honoured to sponsor that award. So thank you for that shout out, Gemma. Right. So I'm going to share the platform. You know, we've got about 5-10 minutes left. Kat, everyone's on their lunch. It's Friday, it's bank holiday weekend if you're watching in the UK. I know if you're watching anywhere around the world, you probably don't even know what a bank holiday is. It's the one day of the year that if the sun shines, we go and have a barbecue and we get the day off. So let me share. Let me see if I can do it, Kat. Do you want to do a tap dance while I'm doing this, Kat? I don't know if you want. You can.
Yeah,
if you want.
I'll just vamp.
Share that.
Here we go.
Right. Okay. So now, hopefully, there we go. So you can see the platform. Kat, confirm you can see the platform.
I can see the platform.
Perfect. There we go. There's a slight delay between Kat and I, so there you go. It's I'm going to phone her in a bit. So I'm going to take you and I off the screen, and we'll do the full version. So if you've signed up for AP Week, hopefully you can still hear me. I'm guessing you can. You will join what we call the AP Hub. In there, you'll see all of our community. You can see hand side. You'll be able to get into the members area. All the chat, the people are chatting away, hopefully live on the website as we talk. It's catching itself up a bit here, I guess. Yeah, there we go. Trying to do too many things. Our stuff that's been going on in the platform itself. We've had the 5-day week challenge. Let me quickly show you that. So every day we've been going through challenges each day, as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Today's got the last day of the challenge. So as Paige mentioned, you've still got time to go and jump onto the challenge and maybe win some cool prizes. As you've jumped on, if you're a non-member of ours, you can see all the things. There's a chat area. You can go and meet some of our members. You've got the full agenda, the week's agenda, as you can see here, what's going on each day. So there's a competition, AP Heroes competition today, as you can see. And then, as I say, there's the events. So every day we put something on live for you, all the past events that we've done. And you can see them all in here. It's the leadership events. So it's a really, really cool platform. What I wanted to do, Kat, is just if you've not joined the platform, get yourself on there. Let's take people through a few of the photos from the week. This is the easiest way for us to do this, by the way. So, Kat, hopefully you're seeing this. As we go down, please feel the comments. So we started the week really strongly. We had the team at EG Group. And Jessica, who also posted. So they've been doing this chat GPT, I guess, having some fancy graphics. The wording was absolutely amazing. Lots of graphics that were being posted as we were sort of live through the platform. There's our team there. So that's the marketing and the ops team, Carly, Paige, Bryony, and another page, 2 pages, 2 for the price of 1. There's the wonderful Yvonne getting her birthday cake there. You can see how surprised as we were all singing happy birthday to her. They're wonderful, Yvonne. There's an overview of the week, what we gave. There's Breeden, Team Breeden, Rachel Long. Look, actually, Kat, let me pop you back on the screen. We had a bit of an emergency in the morning, I believe. So what was all that about, Kat? Rachel jumped in, didn't she? So tell us all about what happened on the day.
Yeah, one of our lovely panelists and influencers, Marcia, had a bit of a tumble the day before, and as the true dedicated AP professional she is, she still hobbled into the venue. But Rachel, being first aider, very quickly stepped in and sort of advised that we needed to get at the hospital straight away. We got some of our blokes to come and carry Marcia, but then Rachel took over that as well. So she was an absolute superstar, got her into the car and looked after her well. And even more shockingly, Marcia came back. She rose like a phoenix from the ashes and just in time came back. Obviously, we didn't subject her to putting her on the panel at that stage, but she was there whooping and cheering, all while we treated her like royalty with her leg up, and we were quaffing her with fans and bringing her teas and coffees, like the queen that she is, Queen Marcia. So again, thank you very much to Rachel and everybody who helped in the situation.
Thank you. I will take us back on. We can still talk over this, but I thought I'd bring you on just to give a big shout out to Rachel. Yeah. I thought you did a really good job on the day. So thank you, Rachel.
You did.
So as I keep going through the photos here, wow, look at this one. Chloe's, I don't know Chloe's son's name, but I think he's 2. She even dressed him up in the blue of the AP for the week. So she's posted all over LinkedIn, cute baby photos. Superb, amazing. So thank you, Chloe from Breeden, as the AP manager at Breeden. Such a cutie photo. There's the team at Elfs with the team at Hughes on the day of forum. Amazing. There's Helen and Jackie. We are APA. Helen, you missed your vocation. You've got to be a TikToker, I think. Isn't there a space? Is there such a thing as a TikTok, like a YouTuber? Is there a TikToker thinker?
Yeah, probably. I mean, I wouldn't know. I'm older than people think. So Costas keeps trying to get me on TikTok. It's not happening.
It's not happening. I don't blame you. So
Oh.
the brilliant team at DPD, they joined us for the first time at an event. So there's that. They're all brilliant. Loved it. Well done. Congratulations. Brilliant photos, by the way, throughout the week. Couple of panels here. So there's the very relaxed Gemma and Phil, who were. It was like watching a chat show. It was so relaxed, but amazing, absolutely amazing. So well done to that panel. There's me. Look, even I look relaxed, actually. I don't know what I'm doing there.
Yeah, everybody did.
Joe Selwood said he was disappointed I didn't have some funky socks on like he did. Joe turned up. He went specially the night before, brought some bright blue socks with little ducks on, and then said that I think it was the ducks or the blue reminded me of him of me. Sorry. So I don't know whether it's the ducks or the blue, but yeah, that's the great team. Petra and Joanne and the team from Zelix joined us on that panel. Oh my God, here we go.
God.
Look, it wouldn't be this without. Look, Costas not only went the night before, it took Cat shopping to go and get his new outfit. Then got the videographer and the photographer just to do catwalks. I think it was literally catwalks. He just loves it, doesn't he? Cos. It's the time of the year, other than conference, that it's all about Cos. But you know what? Cos was amazing. Well done, Cos. Yeah. If you're watching it live, which I hope you are phenomenal. You really do look after our community. Amazing. And look, I've got to mention this. He's got his own little TikTok. He does all this fitness stuff. He has lost loads of weight, not that he needed to. And that's why I think he wanted to show off his new outfit. There's Cos. The team over at Jersey Electricals. So we had them, even people over in Jersey were watching us live. So great, got involved in AP week. Amazing, well done team. Come on, Kat, tell us all about this. What's this? What's this badge? Tell us all about that.
This is our brand new AP Influencer badge, especially for our 10-year anniversary. Looks amazing. Love it.
Looked amazing as well, didn't it, Kat? Everybody was wearing them. All the influencers were wearing those. So this is a special 10th year anniversary one. So hopefully you got the people. We started the week with Mr. Short, the COO, Michael Short, having a coffee. Hopefully didn't spill that on his laptop. But, yep, he started up very branded coffee. Didn't get me a coffee, but hey-ho. Rachel Long posted something on the first day, which was the wonderful Brad Burton, way back when in 2019. One of the slides, and put a lovely, wonderful post about never muting your own brilliance because it's too loud for someone else. And the meaning, the sentiment behind that, and what Brad has done for our community is remarkable. So yeah, lovely. The team at SSE, unfortunately, couldn't join us yesterday. They were too busy eating cakes, having activities. I don't know. Sunny Scotland, we'll say that. But again, Callum and the team there, I can see Callum in the front there. They always push the boat out. They do an amazing job. Well done, team SSE. Wonderful team at Hughes who joined us during the weekend on the forum, led by the wonderful Chelsea. Look, Hughes always go full steam ahead with everything they do. Chelsea's always at the lead. She did an amazing job on the panel. Great team, just like all our sponsors, but well done to Chelsea and the team. Some other graphics, I'll skip through these. I don't know who that rabble are there. Look at that. I don't know. I don't know how I didn't break the camera there. So very rarely does my wonderful wife get on the photos, but there she is smiling. Don't know what it was. Maybe I was just agreed to buy some more Take That tickets. But that was wonderful. Stuart, Gemma, myself, Kat, Rachel, and Rachel, my wife Rachel. That was right at the start of the day. Got the wonderful team here from SSCL, enjoying it, getting ready for the day. I think there's a few more. Yep, and as always, I had my nails done. So there's my nails, Kat. What do you think?
Fabulous.
Yep, there you go. Fabulous. Yeah, I had my nails done rather than the socks this year. Susan Walsh. I don't know when I'm still talking to her. So anybody who's not seen the post, go on to Susan's post. She managed to take a photo of me on the podium. Look, people don't realise that I am actually 6 foot. I sort of bend down quite a lot. But I couldn't really see over the podium much. So Susan decided to take a photo and, yeah, make me look even smaller. But thank you for that, Susan. But she had a wonderful time. Susan posts lots of things, got loads involved in the community. There she is. There you go, with a little badge. So, and, yeah, Susan looks normal sized. And you can see in the background, Kat and I are speaking behind the podium. Kat's obviously taller than I am, but even Kat looks small behind the podium. Yeah. there's Cos. Well, there you go. Cos again in front of with Alessandra and the team member in front of the APA conference stand. Bottom line socks. Look at that cat. I even managed to get us a photo of the socks
Nice.
there. We were inundated with t-shirt, socks. We could have had a new outfit ourselves, couldn't we, Kat?
Yeah, we could have.
Wonderful, Chris joined us on the day. Thanks for joining us, young man. As always, getting involved as always. Gareth Jones took some lovely photos. He's proudly showed his badge. There's a picture from Gareth. Lots of networking areas, lots of chat, lots of cake, lots of coffees and teas throughout the day, which was amazing. And we finish off the last photo of the day. That's before I stop sharing. And again, some of our influencers, Tony Lawrenson, thank you for joining us as always. Anna, you travel out from Dublin. You make the early bird flights. You always go out of the way. You're just super special. Thanks ever so much for everything you do, Anna. And we'll stop at that point. I will close that down. Please go and jump in if you've not already jumped the platform. There's just so much for you to do. And look, the wonderful thing is you got all this community, hundreds and hundreds more. Back on the stage, Kat. I think that should be doing something now. There we go. I was worried for a second there. So look, as I was talking and you were talking there, Kat, we had lots of chats. So let me just put some of these back on. So today's the last day of AP Appreciation Week, Kat. What have you enjoyed the most? Are you going to say nothing? You're going to say it's all brilliant. But go on, tell us what you've enjoyed the most for this week.
Yeah, I think for me, it's genuinely just been seeing everyone's interactions on the socials. I mean, I was going to say forum, but that's an easy win for me to say because everyone just made it so easy and amazing. But I think just seeing how engaged everyone is on the socials, I am going to spend today catching up because I've been it's just been overwhelmed with how much is going on. It's been absolutely amazing to see this grow year upon year. Like truly fantastic.
Totally agree, Kat. And I think, the reality is that every year we always try and get the whole community involved. Whether you're online, you come to our events, whatever we do, the whole week is for you as the community. But you really do. I mean, we could spend 2 hours going through all the posts. And that was a small snippet of photos and engagement. You will see, hopefully, lots of photos from the organization going for the next week or so, where we share some videos and some photos. But this week's all yours. It's something we spend a lot of time planning. We put a lot of effort into it. Again, it's for the community, by the community type thing. But we just couldn't do the stuff without you. So this week has been, again, we've just raised the bar. So thank you so much for everybody in the community. Thank for all the speakers on the day. I know it's not your day job. You should be professional speakers. Move over, Brad Burton. You're not the number one motivational business speaker anymore. We've got a whole community that can do your job. Only joking. There's only one Brad. But what's phenomenal about the week, as I said before, is the amount of effort people do. And like, for instance, you see so many C-suites get involved. So Gemma's relatively new in her new organization. The CFO was commenting about how amazing the AP team was and that he was so chuffed that, they were getting recognized for the week. So you got CFOs, you got loads of C-suite, loads of senior people that really got involved. So brilliant. Love it. I get less grief then, so I don't get all these C-suites, phoning me and complaining. They really do understand that it's the week there where we celebrate. Kat, before we close out today, any final words? Oh, I'll tell you what we'll do. Before we do, let's quickly mention the conference, and we'll do it quickly because I know people have got lunches and got hot dogs or whatever they're going to go to, or Friday barbecues. We chatted a little bit at forum, didn't we, about conference? Do you want to give us just a few highlight reels of the things that we expect? 14th of October this year. If you haven't got your tickets, get on it because the tickets are already half sold, I believe. So go and get your tickets. I know that we'll be starting marketing from next week, but just give us an idea, Kat, what to expect at conference this year.
Yeah, it's sort of what you come to expect from us. Just a fantastic event where we're going to have the spotlight on the AP community and P2P community. We've got some fantastic panels, which I'm not going to say what they are, but as it's the 10-year anniversary, it's all about what the next 10 years look like. So I will say that. So they're already done. I was already getting hit up our forum, people coming up to me saying like, how do I get on a panel? How do I get on a panel? Which is great. So I have remembered everybody's names. You will be hearing from me. We've got some fantastic partner-driven workshops that'll be in through the day, and we have some keynote speakers that I'm not going to share because I'm not getting in trouble. But if you want to, Jamie, that's up to you. It's going to be a fantastic day, though, and we also have our awards, so it's going to be fantastic.
And you're right, Kat. And yeah, look, you've summed it up lovely. So 10th anniversary, we decided as a team, look, every year we push the boat out, and everybody always comments who comes to a conference, how are you going to do it even more next year? It's always the thought. But being the 10th year, we've got to push the boat out. We've really got to raise our bar a little bit more. Our team couldn't work any harder. I couldn't ask for any more than what they already do. But what we've actually done this year is we've gone and found what I believe is the best lineup of speakers that we will have ever had. We've actually not only doing that, we're doubling up on everything. So what you will expect and what you will see and what you'll see from us during the day on the conference and the gala dinner is so much more than you've ever had. So this is not a sales pitch. This is, if you've never been to a conference, firstly, why not? But please make sure that you reach out to our team. We would love to have you there if it's your first time. If you've been to conferences throughout the 10 years, yep, we want you there as well. And by the way, no excuses this year. Every year, at least one of our influencers, oh, I'm on holiday, Diane Bamford, oh, I'm going to Florida. And, no, I want you to cancel all your holidays. This is our 10th year. I want the whole community together this year. This is our time to celebrate what we as a community, as an industry and a profession have achieved over 10 years. And Kat and I want everybody with us. We want to welcome you with us. Not only is the content, the speakers is absolutely phenomenal, but more importantly, the awards ceremony that we'll do this year is we're really pushing the boat out there as well. So we can't wait. I'm not going to tell you who it is. I've already been told. I can't say too much because we will drip this stuff out, hopefully. You will see, and when you see the speakers and who we've got lined up, old faces and new faces, just put it that way. So expect to see some people you may have seen before, but you've seen the people we've got booked, the new ones that you've never seen. Wow. Even I'm looking forward to it. So, Kat, look, thank you so much for all the week. I know you must be absolutely shattered. You've been up and down the country. You've entertained us. You've educated us. And look, on behalf of the community and the APA, thank you so much for what you've done this week. You've been an absolute superstar.
Thank you. Couldn't do it without the support from you, Jamie, especially when I come crying to you because I don't know what I'm doing. But also, yeah, thanks to the community as well, because it doesn't work if they don't jump on the panels and help me execute the vision of my mad scientist brain. So.
No, look, this week has been phenomenal. You've still got a few hours left of AP Appreciation Week. So jump on, as Paige said. Make sure that you're in it. Make sure you get involved in the competitions. Download the content. Go and read the amazing survey that we ran together with Bottomline. Kat will be going through that survey throughout the year. So at our updates, Kat will be using the content from there. At the conference, we'll get some of that as well. So you will see that content from the survey. This is your survey. You filled it out. Hundreds upon hundreds of people filled out the survey. The first of its kind in the industry, the profession. So please go and get that. You've been amazing. We're all shattered. I'd say we're switching off. We haven't. We've got hours. We've got some hours left. But look, get involved. As always, we're going to sign out for the live. Everybody that shared photos, videos, who celebrated, well done. We will keep commenting as Kat. We've got lots to catch up with. We've got lots of comments to do today. And that's my afternoon. So I'll be sitting in the garden commenting, hopefully. But thank you so much. We're going to get off and have a mojito or margarita, or I'm just going to have a glass of cider. And that's what I'm going to be doing this afternoon, Kat. Again, thanks, everybody. We will see you, hopefully, at an update. But more importantly, we'll definitely see you at the conference. Thank you, everybody. Speak to you again soon.
Bye.